Hello, hello, I'm Bella, and welcome to my playthrough of Final Fantasy XIV. We're going to continue on with the main story, and I'm going to pick up some of these, I guess, unlockable quests. I forgot the actual name of them, but you unlock certain things in the game with them. So I noticed some popped up in Gridanian here, so I'm just going to stick to the story level ones, though. And then we're also going to unlock the bard job. Yeah. Okay, so we have two here, a sight to behold and the house that death builds. Okay, so we will do these. A sight to behold. Now Gamdula wishes the patrons of the Carline Canopy would keep a closer eye on their belongings. As if I'm not busy enough without playing Lost and Found. Oh, do forgive me, friend. Once again, one of our customers has departed without her belongings, and I'm at a loss for what to do about it. While I understand that adventurers have many cares on their minds, 'twould make my life much easier if they could keep their personal effects in order. But you did not come here to lend an ear to my grumblings. This is the book in question. The face of its owner was unfamiliar to me, but Errol over there seemed quite smitten with her, as with every pretty lass he lays his eyes on, but that's neither here nor there. Might I trouble you to inquire as to the girl's whereabouts? I found the man to be less than forthcoming ever since I spurned his advances. Errol, you trying to be a womanizer? Ah, the sweet little thing with the journal. Of course I remember her, and remember her well. Had a smile to warm the heart, and a laugh, a lit, one might say, to tickle the depths of the soul. And she was most eager to hear tales of my many travels, which speaks to a keen and sensitive mind. Jilly, I believe, was her name. No, that's not right. Jilly was the redhead from last week. Ah, damned if I can remember. You must understand, no small number of comely lasses seek out my company. I dare say keeping all the names and faces straight is an adventure in itself. Create a little black book of names for yourself if that's your thing. Any road, the girl spoke of paying a visit to Apkalu Falls before traveling on. Like as not, you'll find her there now, shedding a tear or two at our parting. Do pass along my regards if you see her. She should be readily recognizable in that charming straw hat of hers. Nojiro Marujiro. The house that death builds. Nojiro Marujiro has a glut of gossip he has been dying to share with someone. If you're poking around looking for work, you must be an adventurer too, am I right? You won't find much here, I'm afraid. Seems the only thing people talk about these days is that nasty bit of business down near Isamar. Surely you've heard the stories of a strange portal suddenly appearing in the ruins down there? Say what now? Hey, don't give me that look. I'm only telling you what I overheard from the whalers. They say on the other end of it is some sort of labyrinth. The thing is, every time they go down there to map the place out, nothing is the same. A mystery if I've ever heard one. Frankly, I'm more than happy to let it stay a mystery. Strange apparitions, booby-trapped corridors. Going down there is nothing short of suicide. Still, the prospect of treasure is awful tempting. Don't take my word for it, though. Head down to Isamhar and you can hear it straight from the chocobo's mouth. Sounds like something Indiana Jones would love. Okay, so there were some other ones here that's level 29, so I'm going to skip that one for now. And then the adders, that's level 30, so I'll skip that for now. The only one that I will go ahead with is the job class here. Oh, but before we do, I need to go pick up some mail. I bought something from the Moogle shop. You're not gonna see it though until I use it. It'll be a surprise. Alright, I have to do the job quest. A Song of Bards and Bowmen. Guildmaster Lucien wishes to speak to you about learning new skills. What do we get? Mage's Ballad. And then Soul of the Bard. What does this do? Grants Mage's Ballad to self and all party members within 50 yalms, increasing damage dealt by 1%. Okay, so it's like a buff. Additional effect, 80% chance to grant repertoire. This effect can trigger repeatedly while singing the Mage's Ballad. Reduces the recast time of Bloodletter. Can only be executed while in combat. Well met, Bella. Would that we had the time for banter, but we're all up in arms here. Yet another Ixali dirigible has been spotted over the Twelveswood, you see. Their reappearance calls to mind the Battle of Griffin Crossing. Well, I say battle. Most are agreed that massacre would be rather more apt. Aye, the Ixal dealt us a crushing defeat that day. Right around this time of year, it was more than 2 decades past. A humiliating episode in our history, to be sure, but heavens forbid that we ever forget it. Failure is the finest, if not the kindest, of teachers, and few things drive a woman better than its sting. But do let's speak of cheerier matters. Mayhap you've already heard, but a renowned archer has recently returned to the Twelveswood, the one they call the God's Bow. That's just a title, of course. His birth name is Chantel, and he was once of the Goddess Quiver. The man was a legend even then, and there was no honor greater than being taken under his tutelage. But that's not all there is to him, mind you. Chantel was also a skilled bard, one of the rare few capable of inspiring others to great feats through song. Upon learning that the God's Bow had returned, dozens of us flocked to him in hopes of training under a legend, yours truly included. Alas, the meetings haven't unfolded quite as we had hoped. Chantel has refused to teach each and every suitor that has approached him thus far. Though it should be mentioned that the topics he is reluctant to instruct us in do not include poetry and song. He seems exceedingly keen to teach us all about them. Some few of us were tempted to take him up on the offer, save that we have a nation to defend. Far be it from my intent to belittle all those bards out there, but I like my chances rather better charging into battle with a quiver than a harp. And here we were hoping that transcendent mastery of the bow might be ours. By the sparkle in your eyes, I'd wager you have an interest in that self-same poetry and song. Come now, there is no call for shyness, and there is more to life than battle. If you would present yourself as a pupil to Chantel, I happen to know his whereabouts. I'm given to understand that he has made his camp somewhere west of Quarrymill, in the South Shroud. Chantel is an agreeable sort of fellow, and should be willing enough to meet with you. Truth be told, I'm still holding on hope. If you could find a way into Chantel's confidence, mayhap he can yet be persuaded to train us. I wish you the best of luck, friend. Okay. So we'll continue on with this one. Let's see. Come over here. Yes, and we can call Fatter Cat. Oh, my pride and joy. Fatter Cat. I love you, Sal! Oh, the squishy cheeks get me all the time. Hey, Chantel. Got yourself a nice little place here? Very secluded? A little hermit, you? Ah, another guest. You are kind to pay me a visit, young one. Naught gives us elderly folk more pleasure than the company of the young. Add to that a steaming pot of tea and the beauty of the 12-wood, and we could want for a little more. Ah, but the curl of your lip tells me that tea and scenery are not what you desire. You seek knowledge of archery, I take it, in which case I'm afraid I must disappoint you. Bella, was it? Yes, I am Chantel, the one they called the God's Bow, but that was in another life. I have long cast aside my bow, taking instead a harp to my breast. For years I have lived as a bard, going wherever the wind blows, exulting in the beauty of creation through song. To be sure, I still have the eyes to recognize a promising archer when I see one, and you, young one, have promise. Keep your nose to the grindstone, and one day you may count yourself a virtuoso of the bow. Yet know that virtuosity is worthless without virtue. Aye, the words of the ballad of the vainglorious fool tell us this much. You truly wish to remain and learn poetry and verse? Well, I must admit to being rather taken aback. In uncertain days such as these, there are few indeed who would devote their time to song as opposed to more tangible endeavors. Song and music is of the soul. You intrigue me, young one. I find myself growing curious as to how the melodies of old might find expression through you. I do believe a certain friend of mine would be of the self-same opinion. Aye, that would be as good a place as any for us to begin. Listen well, Bella. There is a Mughal named Puknopoki who can oft be found wandering in areas situated east of here. I would have you present yourself to him. Puknopoki is possessed of a discerning eye for talent. If he sees potential in you, I should be well satisfied that you indeed have the makings of a bard. Heed me, O puissant Althic. Turn thee over the hourglass of time, that we might gaze upon the battles of yore. I am but a simple minstrel, though once I served with the gods' quiver. My days are now measured by stanza and verse. It has been long years since I last set foot within the 12-wood, yet I could no longer ignore fate's insistent pull, and so I shall abide here for a time until certain matters are laid to rest. Okay. Again, I'm skipping fates and exploration until I come here with the main story. Where are we going? Okay, we're gonna go around here. And we're coming in here. Am I too overpowered? Will you ignore me? No. No. Ignore me, please. I'm just riding my fat cat. Mistakes were made. Mistakes were made. Mistakes were made. Leave me alone. I can kill two of you. Found you. Puknopoki, what you doing here? Kupaha!
How could this have happened? It's just so embarrassing. A blunder for the ages, Kupo. You understand what I'm saying, don't you? That's a rare talent, I'll allow, but you've caught me at a bad time, Kupo. Now, be a good adventurer and show yourself out. Chantel sent you. You should have said so sooner, Kupo. You do know that Chantel is no ordinary bard, yes? His songs can salve your heart and strengthen your resolve. They can banish your fears and fill you with hope, and that's not even scratching the surface. Why, to hear him perform is like bathing in sunbeams, Kupo. I've asked, begged, and pled more times than I care to count for Chantal to stay and sing in the forest. Only now has he deigned to set foot here again, but he's refusing to sing for us. That's a blatant breach of promise, Kupo. But what's this? Why, your being resonates with a chord similar to Chantal's, perhaps even identical, Kupo. By the 12, this means that things may yet turn out as planned. Why, you might even have it in you to surpass the man, and that's saying a lot, Kupo. Egads, your coming had so excited me, my predicament and I escaped my mind. There's a charm that I had meant to give to Chantal, you see, but it was stolen as I napped, Kupo. I roused just in time to espy the thief and attempted to give chase. Alas, drowsiness robbed me of my balance and I was delayed by this tree. Last I saw of that overbold brigand, he, or possibly she, was scurrying towards Taker's Rod, Kupo. Now, I realize we've only just met, but would you mind recovering the charm and delivering it to Chantal in my stead? Last I saw of the overbold brigand, he, or possibly she, was scurrying towards Taker's Rock Bow. Now, I realize... Okay, you say the same thing. Alright, so we're going this way. I will not aggro everyone. Kill one at a time. Sorry, I realized my desktop audio was a little set too high, so it should be better now. That's just such a cool move.
Oh, you stunned me. How dare you? I'll just explore while I'm here. If you respawn, I'll re-kill you. Oh, I'm gonna skip you. Nope. Okay.
Have you recovered the charm?
Pugno Poki's charm, a quaint keepsake made from a single tiny crystal.
You did it, Kibao! Please, you must now deliver to Gentle. Tell him that Pugno Poki thinks him a cunning rogue, but is excited nonetheless. So excited, in fact, that he cannot help but sing. Coop la 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 la.
Away, fatter cat. Away! Save your little fat ass out of here. Welcome back, Bella. You have a charm and a message for me from Pugno Poki, you say? Yes. A cunning rogue, am I? I suppose I must explain. Pugno Poki and I go back a long way, to when first I took up the harp. I made a promise to him then, one that I have yet to make good on. Pugno Poki has long desired that I remain in the 12-wood to sing for the rest of my days. Regrettably, I have been ill able to oblige him. Duty called, you see. I had battlefields to stand upon and comrades to protect. Moreover, an event came to pass that rendered my being in the 12-wood problematic. I thought that by taking eager souls such as you under my wing, mayhap it would suffice to appease Pugno Poki. Of course, he saw straight through my little ruse. What the Mughals lack in grace, they amply make up for in wit. The creatures are great lovers of song. That you return with this charm is proof positive of his high regard for your potential as bard and archer both. The charm is a crystal known as the soul of the bard. Pugno Poki asked that you bring it to me, but he meant for you to have it. It is a gift from the Mughals, bestowed upon those they deem worthy of walking the path of the true bard. The soul of the bard harbors memories of the past, verses and refrains sung by the bards of old. As you gain in worldly experience, more of these memories will find expression through your being, imbuing your song with powers untold. Now, it may surprise you to hear that bowmen and bards are as next of kin. By the same token, mystery of song is dependent upon one's prowess as an archer. The sense in this will be lost upon you at first, but in time the realization will dawn that bow and harp are but stringed instruments played by the same hand. Go now, Bella, and let your body and soul drink deep of the melodies of old. When next we meet, I hope to see a fully fledged bard standing before me, one who exceeds even Puknopoki's wildest expectations. Okay. You have unlocked a new job. You can change to this job at any time by equipping the soul crystal received from this quest. When changing jobs, gear sets will allow you to register and save your equipment. You may then use them to switch between jobs instantly without the need to manually equip weapons or equipment. A button for the gear set interface is located in the upper portion of the character window. Okay. Alright, so level 35. The quest to learn the action perform is now available from Simpkin at Mikado's Amphitheater in Old Gridania. Okay, so let's equip this. Yes, transfer. Song gauge unlocked. Okay. Okay, so we got the song gauge down here. That will be out of the way. Alright. So, I believe... yeah, this is over here. So we'll do this. I'm sorry, but I must insist that you... oh, an adventurer, and a rather seasoned-looking one besides. On the off chance you are not simply here to gob, perhaps you can lend us a hand? You see, despite the fervent protestations of those Duskwights over there, we cannot permit civilians within the ruins at this time. Capable men and women like you, on the other hand, are more than welcome. That is, if you've got the stones for it. Pray seek out the others stationed at Quarry Mill. They can appraise you of the details. I don't think I've ever done this. I'm just gonna unlock it anyway. Again, I have to limit myself to how much I experience in this game, because there's just so much. I feel like these type of things are endgame, or stuff that you can do after you've experienced everything else. This is what you do during the down periods. Well, Meta-Adventurer, I take it you have come to learn more of the recent happenings at Isomar. The site is of interest owing to the Galmorian ruins, Galmora being an underground city which predates Gridania, in case you were unaware. Any road, a few days past, we received reports from several anthropogeographers that a magical gateway of some sort had appeared in the ruins, and that all manner of creatures were coming and going through it. My men and I were among the first to examine it, and well, it's hard to explain. We crossed the threshold into a set of corridors we'd never seen before, and then suddenly, each and every one of us was filled with an inexplicable sense of dread. It was all I could do to take even a single step. According to Iuna Kotor, who accompanied us, the ruins are awarded with powerful magics that sap the spirits and aether of all who enter, rendering them easy prey for the creatures within. Thankfully, he managed to devise a solution, aether pool arms and armor, which safeguard and channel the wielders' energies, that they might withstand the ruins' magics. Unfortunately, it does little to prevent us from losing our way, though it beggars belief every time we have dared to venture into the ruins, we have found the path to be changed. We suspect this too may be the work of an unfathomable, powerful mage. Needless to say, something strange is afoot, and traditional tactics are not like to suffice. Even experienced adventurers will need to proceed with caution. In any event, if you believe you have what it takes to brave the ruins and discover what secrets lie in its deepest depths, you need but say the word. I will take the gold, please. Now have access to the Palace of the Dead. You may enter solo or in a party of up to 4 players. Oh, you can do this solo. I always thought it was you had to go in with a team. When speaking with the Wood Whaler Expeditionary Captain, you will be given the option to enter with either a fixed party or a matched party via the magic system. Oh, so yeah, so you could go solo or with a group of friends, but you will, if you're solo, you would be matched with a party anyway. Players will start at level 1, regardless of their current class or job level. Furthermore, only Aether Pool arms and Aether Pool armor may be used when inside the Palace of the Dead. Each floor of the Palace of the Dead is randomly generated, including the placement of enemies, treasure coffers, and traps. Okay. Yeah, I most likely will not get around to doing that. Okay, so now that that's done, oh wait, we have this one to do. Oh, that's in the East Shroud. Let's go back to New Gridania. So we need to speak to Millith Ironheart. You're Simpkin. You're such a simp. Hi. I think that's for, like, if you want to actually perform and play. Again, I'm not musically adept that way, so I probably won't unlock that one. Because I know there are other instruments that people can play in this game. And it's fantastic to hear them. I just don't have that kind of talent. Wandering Moogle. Well, now that we should meet yet again, and just as I was given another file of Fantasia from my minstrel friend, it's clearly Fate's design that you should have it, so do take it with you, Kubo. Random gift? Thank you. Pardon, I don't believe we've met. You've something on mind, you say? Age-worn log. Within its brittle pages are detailed sketchings of landscapes and vistas numbering in the hundreds. My journal! Think the 12. In my haste to escape the clutches of that insufferable mutton-monger, it slipped my mind entirely. Might I be so bold as to ask your name? Bella Stardust. You have my gratitude, Bella. It may not look like much, but I count this humble diary among my most prized possessions. Its pages brim with tales of the most heart-stirring sights to be seen in our realm, as told by me by the sensitive souls I have met in my travels across Eorzea, tales that have struck me with a most incurable case of wanderlust. I love traveling too, and seeing the sights. As an adventurer, you too have seen the realm, I am sure. But I would ask you, Bella, have you truly seen her, borne witness to Eorzea in her myriads of splendor? Have you stood on the palm-fringed beaches of Costa del Sol just as the sun peeks out over the horizon, its rays kissing the sands beneath your feet? Have you lost yourself in the night sky of the Sangoli, adrift amidst a boundless sea of stars? Ah, but why do I even try to convey with the words that which must be seen to be appreciated? To our fortune, whithersoever we wander, Eorzea's beauty is but a stone's throw away. If I may quote from my journal, yes, this is the one. Afore the fan, beneath the two that are as one, her divine cup runneth over the light ethereal. Such were the conjurer's words, and I would see as she saw. I saw for myself before coming here, and I can assure you the conjurer spoke true. Indulge me. Go there and look out upon the beauty before you. I would hear your thoughts. I want to see... Can I talk to you? Can I get something from you? Exchange. Okay, I have 5. Well... Oh, you can get spectacles. I don't really wear anything on the face. I never figured out what that one was, the Cascader uniform voucher. But we want the minions. This one. I'll get Black Chocobo Chick. And let's see. I think it was Nanamo. Or Komenu? Or we could get... Oh, I need 6 for the behemoth. We could get armor for our chocobo. I'm gonna go for the wind-up Nanamo. Okay. Oh, I forgot to read it. Wind up Nanamo. The automaton femininely refuses to sit upon any shoulder but Raban's, and yours. And then... Minion guide. Got the black chocobo chick. This poor chocobo chick was as yellow as an ear of million corn before one day being doused in black ink by a random passerby bedecked in silver accessories. Try as the chocobo keeps might, none were able to remove the taint, and thus the realm's first black chocobo was born. What? It got stained in an oil spill? Where's Dawn when you need it? And then wind up Nanamo. This clockwork doll is a reproduction of a model first crafted in the year of the Calamity to celebrate the 10th anniversary of Nanamo Unamo's ascendance to the Ul'Dan throne. 17th in her line, the Sultana was crowned when she was seen but 5 summers. She was 5 years old when she was crowned. Let's do the chocobo, the black chocobo today. Okay. And we're going to the Conjurer's Guild. I don't know. Let me talk to you, Simpkin. Have you come to listen to the silken strings of Simpkin, traveling troubadour and master minstrel? No. You do, however, have the look of one who lives life on the road, and on the subject of wondrous wanderings and the musical expression thereof, I do mayhap have some small wisdom to offer. When I suddenly find my heart stirred by some spectacle of nature, or inspiring act of daring-do, I simply let the emotion of the moment flow through my fingers and into my heart. I found no sound to be as achingly beautiful as one born from that instant of genuine joy or wistful sadness. You need no special training or knowledge to give voice to the music of the heart, only willingness to play the score as it writes itself across your soul. If you can accomplish such a surrender, then you will have created a piece unique unto yourself, and what melody could be more precious? I knew from the moment I laid eyes upon you. Here is a woman whose spirit begs for instrumental interpretation. Pray release your inhibitions and favor the world with your performance. When using the performance actions, you are strictly prohibited from performing the music of any third parties. You may record and upload your performance and hereby agree to license such recordings to us for use by Square Enix or others in accordance with the terms of Final Fantasy. I guess. I don't plan to use it, but sure, just I'll unlock it. Okay. To begin, you should simply play whichever notes catch your fancy. Let whimsy carry you up and down the scales. Revel in the soaring heights and plunging depths until you find a song which resonates with your being. Painted with the experience of your adventures, the timbre and tone will be yours and yours alone. I wonder what manner of music will fill the air. May the wind catch your composition and deliver it unto my covetous ear. Okay, when playing as a bard, performance actions can be found in the action and traits window, assistant character main menu. Okay. Use your harp to create sweet, sweet music by selecting a sound from performance located under actions and traits. And simply use the keyboard to create your masterpiece. Remember, performance actions can only be used while your job is set to bard. Oh. Well, that's fantastic for people who really get into it. Like I said, they can come up with some amazing stuff. Okay, so I believe it's here. Look out. You have looked upon one of Eorzea's stirring vistas, as identified by the explorer Millith Ironheart. Return to Apkalu Falls and report your sighting. I'm kind of tempted to unlock the Conjurer job there just to do like the first few instances, because I think when you get to a certain level a side quest unlocks to where you can get a unicorn mount, Because I believe long ago when I first got into this game, my first job class was, what was it? Arcanist? But at the same time, I was like so overwhelmed. I was trying to level up 2 job classes at the same time, and the second one was Conjurer. Because one thing that I'm not really a fan of is when you start a new job class, you kind of have to start all over at the beginning. You can't just instantly switch between them by staying at the same level. Welcome back, Bella. I trust you were as moved by this sight as I was. The great stone that adorns the entrance to Stillglade Fane is none other than the sky serpent's egg, cast down from the heavens by Nafika, the matron, so long ago. And those mammoth tree trunks, remnants, no doubt, of a primeval forest. Whence did they come? Why do the 2 great arbors grow as one? This I do not know, but what I do know is that the realm is replete with such beauty, if only we know where to look. This is what compels me to wander, not the promise of power, glory, or riches, but a burning desire to bear witness to all the wonders around us, as wrought by gods and men alike. Though we have just met, the twinkle in your eye tells me that we share certain aesthetic sensitivities. It would be my pleasure to gift you with a sightseeing log of your own. In its pages, you will find my record of the most stirring sights in the realm, both those I have seen with my own eyes, and those I have, thus far at least, only heard of in my travels. No doubt your adventures keep you occupied, but is this not all the more reason to take in the sights as you travel, that both body and mind might enjoy a moment's respite from time to time? And who can say, perhaps you will discover glorious new vistas that have eluded even me. With that, I wish you safe travels, Bella. When you have seen all there is to see, pray return to me. I would like nothing more than to share impressions with a fellow sensitive soul. Okay, sightseeing unlocked. Let's see, logs, sightseeing. Okay, a realm reborn. Under the azure, I gazed down upon warships 3, their billowing sails of crimson, leaving no doubt as to who truly rules the seas. Such were the merchant's words, and I would see as he saw. Okay, that has to be the windmills. A flagon or 2 of grog haven't filled me. Okay, it's nice that they tell you the location where they're at. Or like the general location. No, wait. Okay, yeah, it's a general location. A flagon or 2 of grog haven't filled me yet with big ideas. I that I've villainy from the pier, feeling as if I could cut down Hellfear himself. Woke the next morning, strung up by me ankles. I was lucky to escape with me life. Such were the buccaneer's words, and I would see as he saw. Okay, that's directly in Limsa. I think that's by that, like, seagull statue that overlooks the ship. Because it kind of is near the rogues guild as well, and that's what the rogues do. In a dank cavern that's never known the sun, the patter of the rain, me only companion. I dropped to one knee and said me farewells to me ill-fated mates. They sing no songs for fishermen, but the sea swallows us all the same. In a dark cavern that's never known the sun. Is that somewhere in Sestasha? Back-breaking, ass-busting work it is, but seeing me vessels ride in the wind soaring, off to far lands where me legs will never carry me. Well, at least me whites and blood ain't been for naught, eh? When the skies turn gray and spirits sag, I climb high and look upon roads blazed long ago. I turn my thoughts to the hardships of my forebears till mine own worries drift away, and I find strength to carry on. A sentry. It's cool that they give you kind of like a little nudge, like, okay, this is gonna be by this person. Under the watchful gaze of the wanderer. Is this all? Oh, this is Lower Lenosha. Oh no. I thought this was gonna be the sails, but no, it's actually in Limsa Lominsa. So those are all in Limsa. That's in Lower Lenosha. Western Lenosha. And Gridania. What do we have in Gridania here? Knew it was my calling ever since I was knee-high to a gubu. When cloudy days sunk my spirits, I'd sneak into the guild, climb as high as my legs could carry me, and watch the tanners and tars at work below. Such were the craftsman's words, and I would see as he saw. So it's one of... Watch the tanners and tars? Is that the woodworkers? Okay. Yeah, okay, I think I know where that is. My favorite place is where I can see the falling water. There's a secret path that only I know. I snuck out of bed to go there last night. Mom and Dad made me promise I wouldn't climb up there anymore. You won't tell them, will you? Such were the little boy's words, and I would see as he saw. A little boy. Favorite place is where I can see the falling water. I'll just gotta look for waterfalls. That's the central shroud. That's the east shroud. And you have Ul'dah. Western Thanalan, Central Thanalan. Okay, so there's two here in Gridania. Well, there's a waterfall here. Just look out. Anything? Anything? No. It's pretty. I will look out at every waterfall. But we're gonna continue on with the main story for now. Since we're over here. And then next time we come back to Gridania, I just have to remind myself, go to the Carpenters Guild. Aye, the ferry docked at the base of this hill will carry you across the lake to the East Shroud. Once you're ashore, head due east and you should find the Hawthorn Hut without much trouble. I just want to make sure. Is there anything here? That's Central Shroud, East Shroud. Okay. I've never been the pious type, but when the sun strikes those windows and the trees in the gardens glisten, even I find myself mouthing a prayer from time to time. Such were the botanist's words, and I would see as he saw. Okay, so that has to be by the church. Is there anything else? Okay. To know the sylph, you must be the sylph. I may lack for wings, but a short climb will put me in a similar position. Lights dancing in the dark before me. I ponder what mischief I might make. Were I sylph, that is. Such were the scholars' words, and I would see as he saw. Okay, so the church and the sylphs. But the sun is setting, so I won't be able to get to church right now. We got the full flower comb. Let's just come up here. All the beehives. Welcome to Full Flower Comb. As you may have deduced, we are in the business of raising honeybees. And what industrious little creatures they are. Where would we be without their honey to sweeten our meals, and their wax to make the candles that brighten our nights? Merchant. What do you sell? Anything for me? Nothing for me. I will sell you some gold though. Sell that. Sell that. A shriek shroom? Where did I get a shriek shroom? Oh well. Be at ease, adventurer. Rosa raises her honeybees here with the blessing of the elementals. This is such a cute little hut. I love it. It's like a witchy cottage. So my aesthetic. Alright, I don't remember if I did this, but I will do it. Damn vultures. Get out of here. Yeah, because by doing this, now I can get company sales. Is that it? Yay! So there's some enemies over here. You got goblins. Okay. Got a nice little hut over here. Looks like there's a hedge tree. It's one big tree. Let's go check it out. I think that's so cool, like how they have the lights inside the tree. Did they make a little home inside? I want to go in. Why can't I go in? Why have a point of interest if you can't go in? Hot air. You can see the church through the trees. Welcome. Welcome to the gracious Hawthorne Hut. Not that it's mine to welcome you to. Far from it. Master Hawthorne is within, if you've a mind to speak to him. I love the little glowing... I don't know what they are. Vegetables? Glowing vegetables? Something? Merchant Mender here. What do you got? Again, nothing for me. This area is teeming with dangerous creatures. We're doing our part to keep everyone safe, but you must needs take care of yourself as well. I am tasked with keeping the people in and around Jocelyn's Spire supplied. Are the Aetherites not a glorious invention? I can only imagine how inconvenient it must have been for adventurers when the calamity disrupted the ethereal flow and made instantaneous travel all but impossible. The Aetherite here is relatively new, of course, and this wonderful tower was built to protect it. It is called Jocelyn's Spire, in honor of the captain of the first ever company of wood whalers. Fascinating, wouldn't you agree? It is fascinating. Got a levy mate. Levies of Hawthorne. Kina Lega, the Adventurers' Guild representative for local levy quests at the Hawthorne Hut, is seeking an adventurer to undertake guild levies. Hail, adventurer! I am Kina Lega, a guild levy representative for the Adventurers' Guild. If it is work you seek, the good folk who reside in the vicinity of the Hawthorne Hut have entrusted me with a multitude of tasks that I am eager to assign to stalwart heroes. Stalwart ones, I say again. Many of these levy quests are not for the faint of heart or frail of body. Before I send you marching into the wilderness, I must see what manner of adventurer has arrived upon my doorstep, so to speak. Let's start you on a trial guild levy, shall we? How does this one suit you? A transporter. A young sylph has wandered into MSQ's Spire, tired and frightened. The wood whalers on duty at the outpost have provided the wayward sapling with water and shelter, but are afraid they will not be able to care for the child much longer. They seek a volunteer to escort the sylph to Little Solace. Accept. Excellent. You need merely beckon to the sylph to help lead her to her destination. Use the beckon emote to lead the sylph safely to the destination. Okay. Then let's unlock you. Okay, and then you have the hunter and scholar there. Go east and you'll find less agreeable company, the sylphs. Stay well away unless you've good reason to see them. Okay. Some lemurs over here. There we go. Okay, initiate. Okay, so we need to go this way. Still following me? Where'd you go? You're too far away. Are you following? Too far away. Okay. Apparently. Come on. Oh my god. Come this way. Hello. You're not following me. What's going on? So I'm beckoning the sylph. Unless I have to kill the things first. Oh, I was waving. I wasn't beckoning. Oops. Okay. Now let's properly beckon. Come this way. Too far away. This way. Oh, that's the other one. Okay, so we're gonna move around you. I think the beckoning ones are my least favorite of these to do. This should be enough. There we go. Completed all that needs completing, have we? Then only one step remains to collect your reward. Such passable diligence and general competence are exactly the qualities I admire most. Now that I am satisfied that you possess the necessary level of skill, feel free to peruse the guild levies I have available. I look forward to hearing of your future exploits. Okay. Hi. Well met and welcome, friend. What brings you to my humble abode? What do you do here? I used to be an adventurer like you, but I gave up that life some years ago in favor of the homesteaders. This here's my place, but what comforts I have are at your disposal. Just don't get too cozy with Isabel, my little girl. I'm more generous with my hospitality than most, but them as abuse it will get put out on their asses quick as spit. Don't say you haven't been warned. What kind of place is this? This here's the Hawthorne Hut, my family's hearth and home. It gets dull by ourselves, so I've given the local sentries and travelers free use of the place. There's no better way to break the routine than to hear an adventurer recount her latest journey. Takes me back to my younger days, it does. If you have tales of your own to tell, I'd be happy to trade you some of Rose's mead for them. Do you smell the honey? It may not compare to Mother's mead, but it's a lot nicer than the first batch I made. That one smelled like wet chocobo. Ew. Hearing the tales that Rolf and visiting adventurers tell, I can't help wondering if I picked the right path in life. Just once, it'd be grand to sail the seas on a proud galley and spy the towers of a distant city glowing golden in the rays of the morning sun. Well, a man can dream, can't he? Indeed, I am Ameline of the Twin Adder. I understand you are here to learn of the Sylphs, yes? For all their whimsy, they are a wary lot, particularly since the Empire has come to the Shroud. Earn their trust, however, and they're as friendly as any folk. They have their quirks, but so do we all, no? Would you know more, you do well to speak with the master of this hut, Rolf. He's forgotten more about the Sylphs than I'll ever know. We intend to establish a base of operations here, but the environs remain most inhospitable. Without Rolf's aid, we'd be lost.
Hey, healing takes time.
Do take sufficient precautions when traversing the Twelveswood. This area has an abundance of belligerent beasts, and even experienced adders have had to seek my care. Sylphic Studies. Rolf Hawthorne, patriarch of the beekeeping Hawthorne family, is said to be well versed in Sylphic customs. Come to learn a thing or two about the Sylphs, have you? I'll tell you one thing, there are peculiar folk. How peculiar, you ask? Well, just let me tell you. They're, beg pardon, friend. My memory's just not what it used to be. I've seen much and more in my adventuring days, and it's all a clutter in my noggin now. Though I've shared my stories with those around the hut before, you might have more luck with them. The Sylphs? Yes, Father's told me his stories plenty of times. What I've always found most captivating is how their concept of etiquette is almost completely alien to our own. You do best not to underestimate them on account of their childlike looks, lest your face end up a mess of glyphs, squiggles, and chocobo scratches. See, what do you have to say? The replacement color. Florimond seeks a capable adventurer to call Vermin in his stead. You have the look of one who has seen more than her fair share of danger. I am Florimond, a sentry of Jocelyn's Spire, though you would be forgiven for imagining me a sentry of this hut. So seldom have I left it in recent days. I sustained an injury, you see, and have been out of commission for some time. Anyway, my wood whaler comrades are about to commence a culling operation in the bramble patch, and the thought of them marching into the jaws of danger while I languish here like a coddled babe is frankly too much to bear. I realize this is sudden, but might I trouble you to take part in the operation in my stead? If you would do me this favor, seek out Captain Annuid at Jocelyn Spire. He will tell you all you need to know. The lads and I are certainly glad of the Hawthorns in their hut. A sentry's work is tedious and tiring, so having a place where we can relax and let our guard down is truly invaluable. The quickest way to a quiver woman's heart might be through her stomach, but don't even think of trying to foist your foodstuffs on a sylph. They sustain themselves simply by bathing in the sun, or so Rolf once told me. The sylphs, invertebrate tricksters and troublemakers, that's what they are. And one day they're drawing marble faces on our masks, and next they're sending our young sentries falling to the bottom of a ravine. Tell them to stop, and they just laugh at you. Rolf claims they harbor no ill will, but I dare say such pranks are no laughing matter. That's typical of fairies. I am a witch who communes with fairies from time to time. And yes, some of them are good, some of them are tricksters you want to watch out for. Fairies, dragons, they do exist. Oh, of course, of course. Hearing your stories, well, my stories, has brought the memories flooding back to me. I feel like dancing. Yes, nothing brings people together quite like a little toe tapping. A sylph told me long ago that dancing is a time-honored greeting among their kind. You do well to remember this. It just may help win the favor of our forest friends. First impressions. Rolf Hawthorne would share further knowledge to assist you in befriending the sylphs. Oh, still here, eh? Great. There's one more thing you should know about the sylphs. They don't take kindly to guests who show up empty-handed. To earn their trust, you do well to bring along Drat, what was it again? And my wife Rosa and I were just speaking of the matter not days ago. Forgive me, friend. Speak to Rosa at the comb. Her memory should prove more reliable than mine own. Meat of the matter. Isabel seeks to catch wild game and needs someone to lay traps. You are an adventurer, are you not? Aye, you have the same air about you as father. He used to be an adventurer like you, though he has long since retired, and now finds pleasure in welcoming travelers to his humble hut. We also serve hot meals to the brave men and women who protect our borders, a small token of our appreciation for their efforts. Speaking of which, our meat stocks are running perilously low yet again, and I must head into the bramble patch to trap some game. Sorry to cut short our conversation, but duty calls, and no one else is going to... Oh, I do hate to impose, but might I trouble you to take this box of hunting tools and lay the traps in my stead? It is for a good cause, as I mentioned. There are only so many hours in the day, you understand, and every bell I spend on this task would be a bell spent neglecting another. First, let's come up here. Swinophobia. Piralno, a sentry at Jocelyn Spire, would delegate some of his duties to an eager adventurer. Those frightful snouts, tusks like unto spears, and the squealing, that dreadful squealing, a dead of him that haunts my dreams each night. Why, oh why did I ever leave home to come here? A hail adventure. Your sharp-eyed mien tells me you are keen to prove yourself, and to your good fortune, I have a menial task ideal for one of your fair to middling abilities. Wild boars plague the bramble patch, and it's about time that someone called the herd. Well, have to it now. Gotta face your fears, man. Jocelyn, whose name the spire bears, was a legendary captain from the Wood Whalers' early days. Whenever my bow falters, I need only remind myself that my forebears fight in spirit by my side. What brings you here, adventurer? Floramon's replacement, you say? And you are aware of the risks? Aye, well, you do seem a capable sort. Floramon's task was to be the slaying of 6 black bats in the bramble patch. I take it you will now see to this? Very well. I wish you the best of luck. If this is your first visit to Jocelyn's Spire, fear not. The tower is manned day and night by members of the Gods' Quiver and Wood Whaler units stationed here in 9 Ivies. Okay, so let's do the main quest over here first, and then come back to the bramble patch. So I think there's some stuff for the hunting log I need to do. Wow, this one must spawn fairly regularly. Did I talk to you? I don't remember. Have you tried Rose's mead? It's simply to die for. Well, perhaps not die as such, but I would certainly suffer a few stings for a mug. She and those honeybees of hers have a hint on their hands. It was shortly after the Spire sentries developed a taste for the stuff that word began to spread, and before we knew it, customers were turning up from as far afield as Limsa Lominsa. Still, men have traveled farther for less. I want to try some of your mead. A peace offering for the sylphs. Were it anyone else, I'd recommend a jar of honey, but I fear that wouldn't get you past their front doorstep, dear. No, their tastes run more to the unusual. Are you perchance familiar with milk root? That's what we call the root of that most fiendish seedkin, the ochu. When chewed, it exudes a cloudy liquid that's said to induce curious visions in the imbiber. You'd not catch me dead trying the stuff, but the sylphs seem to enjoy it to no end. I've not seen an ochu around the comb in quite some time, but I did encounter a suspicious clump of grass the other day. Were you to stimulate it somehow, with some of this amber syrup, for example, you might be surprised at what comes out. Good luck. I believe it's over here. Amber syrup, a nutrient-rich alchemic compound used to quicken seedkin growth. I got it? Okay. Let's go around this way. Yay! Go around every little nook and cranny. So we're going this way. Alright, this is for the hunting tools. This wooden box contains all manner of pointy instruments used by trappers when hunting their prey. You're hunting hogs with hog meat? With hot dogs? And sausage? How does that work? Are the boars carnivores? Can boars be cannibals? Eating their own kind? Let's do this quest as well. We gotta kill these. Should be good. Yes. I finished a hunting log. I need one more bat. Okay. Just, I guess while we're over here, let's just explore a little bit. Now that the sun is coming up. Seriously, is this like Maleficent's home? Okay, so it looks like you... I guess you can come this way? It's like a little path over here. Okay, so this comes over to the honey yard. Usually when I'm exploring, I prefer to just run around at a slower pace to just kind of take everything in. And then use the mount when you come back through here. There's this little area over here. I believe this is just a little grove for part of the story. Let's see. Which way is... Is it this one? No, this takes us to the side. So we want this path up here. Sanctum of the 12. This is where you can get married. Greetings and be welcome to the sanctum. I am here to serve those couples who would be joined body and soul in the ceremony of eternal bonding. It's an optional service. You should only employ this service if you're actual husband and wife in real life and play the game together. If you're planning to hold a ceremony of eternal bonding here at the sanctum, I can furnish you with assorted items to make your special day as special as can be. Either that or just best friends who want a soul bond. Greetings, good madam. My name is Clarabelle, and I have the honor to assist those happy couples who wish to be joined in the sight of gods and men. So I guess you have to go through some quests to truly experience this. I like that ring with all the god symbols. Of late, more and more people are being joined here in the ceremony of eternal bonding. Seeing newly bound couples come out of the chapel with happiness writ upon their faces never fails to set my heart aflutter. When will my turn come, I wonder? It will come. With divine timing. I wonder, is this good enough? Look out. No. Maybe you have to be closer. Like here, I wonder. Look out. They should have like an indicator, like where the lookout spot is. You stand before the Ivory Chapel, a sacred place wherein two souls may be joined in the sight of gods and men. How may I assist you? Nah, it's alright. The blessings of the 12 be upon you. Unless it's just not the right time of the day. I feel truly privileged to be involved in the restoration of a sanctum. Returning each masterpiece to its original glory is like glimpsing into the mind of the artisan from whose hands it was wrought. It is a sight to gladden the heart, isn't it? A garden to exalt the 12 is a daunting task indeed, and ever do I strive. But sometimes I simply enjoy the beauty we have wrought. So is it this guy? So maybe from here? Because it's near him? No. Unless it has to be from here, like where the mark on the map is. Let's try from here. Look out. Nothing. I tried. But this is nice though. It kind of reminds me... I'd have to step further back, but it must be inspired by a real cathedral somewhere. The architecture kinda looks familiar. Got all the little symbols here. Which one was mine? Mine was the sun. Which one's the sun? Was it this one? No, that's Thal. There's some missing. And now it's foggy. Oh, here they are. The other ones are over here. This one. Azima? Azima. I think that's the goddess I chose. Ah, but isn't this so nice? I love how you can run in the water here. So pretty. And what will be so fun, I figured this out one time, when I can get flying, I'll come back here and you can jet ski on Fat Cat. Jet skiing on Fat Cat around here is the most fun thing ever. And look at the moss on the stones. Appreciation. I think they did a really good job of upgrading the graphics here. Oh, hello. I didn't talk to you. Good day to you, my lady. My name is Hawa Bajiri, and it is both my honor and privilege to assist happily bonded couples who wish to celebrate their anniversary and renew their vows. I very much look forward to the day you have need of my services. It's nice that they have that option if you want to celebrate an anniversary. Let's take that other side path there. Check. We need a raptor poacher. 9 ivies. Okay, so keep a lookout for the poachers. I know. Leave me alone, will ya? I guess the Sylvan screen here must be from the next set of hunting. I'm not gonna go in. Okay. It's as far as I'm going. Leave me alone. I'm not here to attack you. Alright, let's get Fat Cat. Let's go up to Spire first. So you have seen to the black bats. You couldn't have asked for a better substitute. You have my gratitude. Now, at the risk of seeming brazen, I would ask you a favor of my own. Might you bear a message to Florimond for me? The lad is being overly hard on himself for his absence. Tell him that his fretting avails no one, he himself least of all. He serves the wood whalers best by getting back on his feet with all swiftness, and that requires peace of mind. But please, you have my vow. I shall wear boarskin armor no more. I will starve before I partake in the tiniest morsel of salted pork. Just make them go away. But what? The swine plague, the bramble patch no more? Oh, thank you, friend. To speak the truth of it, I have been plagued by a dreadful phobia of those tusked monstrosities in recent weeks. But I realize this will not do. Jocelyn's Spire overlooks a hub of trade and military activity, and to shirk my duties would be a dishonor to the hero whose name the Spire bears. You have instilled no small measure of courage in me today, friend, and for this I am grateful. And we'll go for the potion to sell. So we can get antelope steak or dried plums. I do love steak. I'll go for the steak. Pirano needs capable volunteers to patrol the Gridanian frontier. You look to be made of sterner stuff than the average adventurer. How would you fancy doing your bit to preserve the peace? You patrol the area night and day, but a recent skirmish put a dozen of my best men in the infirmary, and we're sorely short-handed as a result. I'd be grateful if you could help fill in for the wounded. Now, there are 3 strategic positions on our patrol route, each marked by a twin adder standard. What you need to do is go to the 3 locations in turn and hold your ground for a while. Nothing to it, see? Okay. There's 3. something over here. I'll stand watch with you, Lemur. Good to see you back in one piece. Is there aught to report? A run-in with fell fiends, you say? That is passing odd. We have never had trouble with the local fauna on this patrol route in the past. Mayhap their numbers are on the rise. We must keep a close eye on things. Anyway, my thanks for your help, friend. Alright, give me the antelope steak. Okay, let's talk to her first. Thank you ever so much. Now, all that remains is for us to wait and to pray for a bountiful catch. I shall have the wood dwellers check the traps on the morrow. They are more than happy to do so, knowing that the meat will end in their own bellies, like as not. But if I might be permitted to speak seriously for a moment, it is not an easy time to be a frontier sentry. Fearsome beasts abound in these parts, and there is the imperial threat besides. Thus am I glad that I, who cannot wield a sword, may yet play my part by preparing hearty meals for those brave men and women who willingly endure hurts, that simple folk like me might enjoy peace. Alright. Yeah, those are all low, so we'll take the gold. A message from Captain Aniud? I see. The captain speaks true. I must say, a great weight has been lifted from my shoulders. As bade, I shall focus all my energies on recovery, the sooner to resume my duties. My thanks again, friend. And I will take the gold. Ah, you're back. Was my wife able to direct you to a suitable offering? Milkroot. A thick white sap extracted from this ochu root has the power to grant its user wondrously terrible visions. Milkroot. But of course, those sylphs quaff that cloudy stuff as quick as I do a flagon of mead. The effect's just about the same as well. Any road, a gift of milkroot will have the sylphs calling you friend and sister the moment they lay eyes on it. Now, let me wrap that up for you. I'm starting to feel a bit woozy. That must be some potent stuff. What's that, trying to think of that ritual. There's like a ritual where you use like a sacred herb for like spiritual and to have like a induce of spiritual visions. First contact. Rolf Hawthorne has gift wrapped your offering in preparation for your journey. Ayahuasca. Ayahuasca. That's what it is. That's what I'm thinking of. Never tried the stuff. I heard it's very powerful. You'll be going through some shadow work with that one, from what I've heard. Rolf Hawthorne has gift wrapped your offering in preparation for your journey into the Sylph's Demesne. I've taken the liberty of wrapping your milk root well and good. This should keep it nice and fresh, not to mention spare you from that god's-awful stench. The sylphs love this stuff, but me, I'd rather bury my nose in chocobo dung. I dare say the reek even rivals the breath of the morble that put an end to my adventuring days. But I can tell you that story another time. You've more important matters to attend to today, yes? The sylphs are an eccentric bunch, but I've shared their company enough to know they're kind at heart. They'll not shun one whose intentions are true. May your parley be a fruitful one, friend, and do stop by on your return. There's a flagon of full flower mead with your name on it if you'd regale me with your adventuring tales. Ah, and before I forget, don't go traipsing off just yet. Emmeline here would have a word with you. Travel in safety, friend, and do pass along my regards to the winged ones. It's good to see your knowledge of Sylphic culture has matured. I see no reason to delay your mission any further. Upon your arrival at Little Solace, seek out a young sylph by the name of Comuxio. He has served as an intermediary between our peoples on many an occasion, and has the close ear of his tribe's elder. I see that Hawthorne has furnished you with some of that malodorous root the sylphs so adore. I have something far greater import for you to deliver, a missive from the elder Seatseer herself. To summarize the letter's contents in brief, it vouches for the integrity of our envoy, that would be you, and reinstates Gridania's desire to maintain a harmonious relationship with our long-standing friends of the forest. The war with the Ixal has taken a toll on our resources. We can ill afford to get mired in another conflict. I need not impress upon you any further the importance of this mission. May the 12 see you return with good tidings. Roof Riders. What do we have here? Okay, it's still nothing that great. Blasette is troubled by something she saw. Ah, I shan't get a wink of sleep until I find out who it was. Hear my tale, adventurer. Last night, upon returning from my patrol, I caught sight of a child playing atop the roof. Fearing for the little one's safety, I called out, but the child promptly vanished. Now, we haven't received word of any missing children, but if there were even a chance, were it not for my duties here, I would be out searching now. Might I trouble you to climb to the roof and investigate in my stead? Oh, I completely missed that. Look at the little leaves. Can I knock it back up? There we go. That always seems like it hurts. Ah, you have returned. Tell me all that you have learned. Got a small cane, almost large enough for a Lalafellin child. This cane appears more suited for a sylph than a man. And then a young leaf. At a glance, this tender green leaf looks as if it could be from a green. Found this cane atop the roof, you say? 'Tis far too small for our use. I'd wager it belongs to one of the sylphs of Little Solace, a settlement to the east. Well, I suppose that solves the mystery. It would seem that the child I saw was in fact a sylph, and I was so worried. At any rate, we should return the cane to its rightful owner. Please take it to a sylph named Delexia in Little Solace. She will know what to do with it. And while you are there, tell her in no uncertain terms that her people should not wander the forest at night. Little Solace will have to wait till next time, but I will do this side quest here for the ventures. So I'll save you. You okay? I'll help you. Well, bless you, adventurer. So focused was I on my task that I took no notice of the buzzards at my back. You seem confused. Have you heard naught of ventures? It is a service in which we retainers carry out procurement expeditions on behalf of our employees. Alas, some are not wont to furnish us with sufficient equipment, despite the obvious benefits it would afford both parties. Ah, has he been summoning me this entire time? Pray excuse me. Forgive me, master. I was waylaid by beasts. Yes, by a Makode bard. How did you know? Of course, as you wish. It seems I must take my leave at once, but before I go, pray allow me to thank you. I have not to recompense you with, but should you inform my supervisor, Parnell, of your deeds, I am confident she will see fit to reward you. May we meet again, my friend, and do not forget to visit Parnell in the shaded bower. Okay, so off to Gridania. So while I'm here, see if we can do this lookout. I believe it's the Carpenter's Guild. By Mr. Baton. No. Again, there should be sparklies to indicate where to look out. No? Is it right next to Mr. Beaton here? No. Can't say I tried. I guess I would have to look that up online or something. Okay, okay, over there. Greetings, madam. I have been expecting you. The retainer you rescued was most effusive in her praise. Retainers are, of course, permitted to refuse a venture which they determine to be too dangerous. Alas, this particular young woman is new to the profession and was thus easily persuaded by her employer to accept. Beg your pardon? You would like to know more about ventures? Certainly, it would be my pleasure to explain. In cooperation with the Adventurers Guild, we have established a new system through which retainers may be dispatched to procure items for their employers. Should you wish to avail yourself of this additional service, you will need to pay your retainer in advance with ventures, scrip issued by the Adventurers Guild. Here, pray accept these complimentary ventures with my thanks. Bear in mind that most retainers lack the skill to carry out all but the most menial of tasks. Of course, as they grow more experienced, that will change. If this sounds daunting, let me assure you that it's simple in practice. Why not speak with your retainers and see what they think? We now dispatch the retainers and your employee on ventures. Summon the retainer you wish to send afield and follow the instructions to begin. Let's just check it out. First, assign them a class. After summoning a retainer, select Assign Retainer Class from the Retainer menu to begin. Come here, darling. Just the fair maid I was hoping to see. Okay, Assign Retainer Class. Cannot undertake ventures until you sign. Okay. Retainer's class determines which ventures he or she can embark upon. Please be advised that you cannot assign your retainers a class you have not yet unlocked. So, Archer. Will be able to undertake hunting and field exploration ventures. Sure. Talon has become an archer. You must now equip a main arm to your retainer. Select View Retainer Attributes and Gear. Okay. So, we gotta give him some gear here. Oh, I can't give him stuff yet? So that's level 5. So I guess I can't give him anything yet. Wait, sort. Sure, equip to retainer. I think it's it's not. Oh no, wait, the blue bar on the side is the spirit bond, correct? So it's in good condition. The blue is just a spirit bond. Okay. Not much there. You're good to go. You have equipped a main arm to Dalin. Retainer is now duly prepared to undertake ventures. And let's assign adventure. There are 2 main types of adventures which you can assign your retainer. Okay. Hunting, mining, botany, and fishing constitute one type in which you specify an item for your retainer to procure. Now see, this is why I partially want to do fishing as well. But again, I don't want to use up my XP bar because I want to use my XP bar for Archer Bard now. Because I know it's through fishing that through adventure you can get Fat Cat minion. Otherwise I have to go through the marketplace. It's like that's too much grinding to do. Exploration ventures constitute the second type, in which your retainer will scour the terrain of your choosing, for hopefully precious items. Okay, field exploration, let's try that. One of 2 main venture types, exploration sends your retainer to scour the terrain of your choosing for precious items. Okay, field exploration, let's go. Alright. Alright. I'm good. You have satisfied me, darling. Alright, well thanks for joining me for this session. So we got quite a bit done with the side quests at the Hawthorne Hut area. And then next time we will continue on to Little Solace. Alright, give a like and subscribe if you'd like to see more. And I will see you next time. Bye bye!